Greetings, dear ones. Welcome to this podcast episode that I was not planning to share today, but here we are. It seems like it's an important message that wants to come through. And the intention I set for this particular message that I feel very strongly guided to just put out there is to help you connect with your most authentic core essence. As you will realize throughout today's message, this is not a choice. This is not a quote-unquote romantic choice, but it's mostly a soul path choice. Okay, and I'm gonna obviously share a bit more in depth about what this is all about. So this is going to be an episode for the Divine Feminine, meant to guide the Divine Feminine collective, but if you resonate more so with being a Divine Masculine at your core, again, this is not gender related, but energy. And so if you resonate with being more so on that side of the collective, and if you want to have a sneak peek of where your counterpart is currently at energetically, well, welcome. This is also meant to help you grow on your own personal journey as well, and to maybe have an understanding of how the divine works and how what this journey is all about. All right, so without further introduction, many of you, not everyone will resonate with this, okay? We're all, even though as a wave, we are experiencing similar core energetic lessons, and we are connected, very, very strongly connected on a soul level, okay? Because this is truly the only way that we could have succeeded in our mission, which, by the way, we have. We have succeeded in ascending Mother Gaia. Now it's just truly all about, we have created the energetic foundation that can allow for the new Earth to be created, period. Okay, this is what we have been doing for the past, I don't know, decades more, lifetime. And it's lifetimes. I'm hearing my guides trying to correct me. Okay, got it, gotcha. Right, we are at this point right now. So what this means is that right now we are completely shifting dynamics, okay? We have fulfilled this part of our starseed mission, of our 144,000 of our light workers mission, and we are stepping into the creative aspect of it, the entrepreneurial, for lack of a better word, aspect of it. As I was sharing in quite a few of my episodes, my previous episodes, we are officially starting April 8th. We are officially entering a 7-year cycle of what I like to call pentacles in tarot. The pentacles are earth energy, our grounding, our stability, abundance, just material realm, physical, tangible results, just grounded stuff. Okay, we have just closed a cycle of swords, gosh, which was about healing. If you're familiar with tarot, we got the Three of Swords, we got the Four of Swords. It's just like heartbreak, anxiety, mental turmoil. It was just pure healing. It was just it felt like a never-ending cycle of just the dread. 7 years. Okay. And we have just closed it. So right now it's about building your vision. Okay, that vision that is encoded in your soul, that has always pulled you forward in life, right? I wasn't gonna share. Okay, this is something that came through, and I was debating whether to just share it in a short, but I'm grateful that it actually came through in this episode, because I truly want to explain what this is all about. So you see, we all come here with a core soul blueprint, okay, with a soul contract, with a just an authentic core essence. Okay, this is who we truly are at an authentic just soul level. Okay, and as we know, we go through all these process of trauma, conditioning, programming, forgetfulness, slumber, just call it however you like it. And we take on these personalities that are not who we are, okay? And they all serve a purpose, which is to protect our most vulnerable core soul essence, which is truly, truly the most tender and just deeply, it's the dreams. I don't like the word dreams. Our vision is what we care about the most. Okay, our core soul desires. Okay, this is the proper wording. Our core soul desires, which includes your purpose, your higher calling, your authentic traits, your expression, your unbridled expression, and your soul family, your soul counterpart, just the things that you most deeply care about. Okay, throughout our lifetime, we have been conditioned to place our efforts and attention towards things that we do not give a damn, that our souls just don't care about, right? Many of us have been told that, love, what's that gonna do for you? No, you gotta focus on this, you gotta build a career, or you gotta show the world your muscles, or you gotta chase validation, you gotta chase money, you gotta chase some sort of false sense of belonging and recognition, and all these imposed programmings from especially our karmic family, who they themselves just simply projected their own conclusions of life based on their subjective experiences. You carried that energetic imprinting throughout your life, okay? And so you buried those dreams because you were looking on the outside, and you were looking at the world as it was in the old earth, and you realized that, well, my dreams don't really fit in. They are just too unconventional, they are too big, bright, too much, too blank. Okay, fill in the blank for your own particular case. And however, you still carry that spark just deep down. And so you maybe have tried to like find boxes that are similar to what that vision of yours has always inspired you towards. Okay, maybe you have chosen a partner that had just seemingly similar traits to what you were looking for, but they were just not the person on a core soul level. Maybe on a surface level, they checked a few boxes, and you focused on those as, okay, well, this could be the person that's, I want to commit to, etc. And you locked yourself into a timeline that was not the real deal, but because at the deep core soul level you believe that you cannot, for whatever reason that you were brainwashed into, you believe that you cannot have the whole package. You told yourself, you settled, okay? You settled. That's the perfect word. And, or maybe because you believe that, well, it's just never gonna find that person. It's just too, maybe through multiple rejections, maybe through just life proving you the contrary of what your soul was trying to move you to, just inspire you to go towards. You settled, okay? You settled, and you just focused on those. You tried to sweep under the carpet the rest of the things that were just not in alignment with your soul, and you tried to convince yourself and to, mentally just tell yourself that you gotta stay inside of a connection or a relationship or even job. Okay, let's talk about other boxes. And this could be marriages, jobs, just life contexts. Identity, this is a big box. Okay, you locked yourself into an identity. I just saw 1111. That you were that you believed you could just go for in this lifetime. So this was ultimately to cope with the old earth low vibrational frequency. That is, at the soul level, even though you never truly let go of your vision, of your soul desires, those were, I almost feel like they were like a train that you temporarily had to take to move you towards. Those were what's the word? Compartmentalized your life in a way that you could take this journey towards your true soul's destination. And it may sound transactional, like you used certain experiences for your own benefit or for your own destiny, but those, just know that there were two-way streets. Okay, there were lessons to be learned on both ways, and it's not something that you can, have regrets about. It was all meant to be. All right. So, as we are Okay, as we are stepping into the new Earth right now, this is a huge cycle that we're ending. And the new age of Aquarius, the frequency of the new age of Aquarius is one that will not allow you to half-ass just anything, that will not allow you to not live in alignment with your most authentic core soul essence and frequency. Meaning you will not be able, just simply not be able to do things you don't care about. You will not be able to wake up to a life that is just dreadful, that is just not inspiring. It's just not gonna happen. You will, your body will just scream at you. You will become sick. You will just. There will be indicators, and not just, mini red flags hidden somewhere that you barely can perceive. There will be like billboards, like red, flashy billboards telling you, no, go the other way. So yeah, we are very fast rerouted towards our destiny. And I mean, we have been for at least the past 3 years, just constantly, it was just a constant cycle of endings, right? The endings, swords, very confronting energy. That's what I want to share. So right now it's about Pentacles, okay? Now, this is very interesting. Throughout that journey, those of you who resonate with being on a twin flame journey, those swords that were planted have come from your twin soul. Now you may be asking yourself, why on earth has the universe chosen this very inspired idea to put us through all this cycle with our twin soul, the person that we are, quote unquote, meant to end up with, or just use your own words, whatever it is that your soul contract is all about. And we're going to dive a bit deeper into this, just further along this conversation. Well, there was just no one else that could mirror to you the deepest, your deepest fears, your deepest, your deepest false, subconscious beliefs that were not in alignment with your soul. There was just no one else other than your mirrored soul, and other than your just freaking self in another body. That's just why, the reason why, from a higher perspective, okay, let's forget about the play roles that we are just doing right now on Earth. From a higher perspective, energetically, the only way that you could have evolved in this way was if those subconscious limitations, the boxes in which you have placed yourself all throughout your life, they had to be exposed. They could have only been exposed by your same core soul frequency. Not similar, but same. If you're in a contract of soul growth, of fast soul growth, twin soul, I shared this in another episode, is the fastest soul growth path towards ascension, and the toughest one, obviously. And this is why you had so many swords being, you were confronted with so many swords throughout this healing cycle that you've been in, okay? And your twin soul, in whichever way that it's resonating for you, played a major role in your healing. Now, There was a lot of projecting back and forth, okay? As I shared in one of my previous episodes as well, it's not your souls who did that. It's the energetic field, just the dynamics between your energetic fields playing itself out because of the energy that was stored within your energy field from all the experiences that you carried within your energetic body, okay? And who transformed you into being the person that you were at that point, okay? And so your mirrored soul just reflected those back to you, and you did the same for them, and forced you to go into the dark night of the soul, many of them, to go through these ego death experiences where you just reconnect back to your authentic essence, to the true core soul frequency and your true nature. Okay? All right. And I want to share that for many of you may still be, because there is just so much, gosh, there are so many spaces online, especially where there's so much just, there's so much resentment towards the divine masculine collective for being the bad guys in the story. I want to offer a different perspective. It's just imagining how difficult it was for them to play this role. It was not an easy task. And just remember, you agreed on this on a deep soul level. So it's both your roles had their challenges, and they had their difficulty, but in their own unique way. Okay, we had very different healing journeys and very different soul growth journeys, the masculine and the feminine collective. All right, parallel journeys. Okay, as we are entering this cycle of Pentacles, the divine is offering the feminine collective, the divine feminine collective, a choice. Okay. And this has always been intended. I don't think I have shared this in the past, but the first time I connected with my, more tangibly connected with my twin soul's energy I was in Bali. And because I was getting crazy with just not knowing. I was in a karmic partnership at that time, karmic connection at that time, a codependent relationship, and I just didn't understand what's this just energy that is lingering and that I just cannot wash off my energetic body. It was just so frustrating, and all of a sudden I just could no longer be in that relationship just overnight. Imagine I was just moving with that person in Bali. We were about to start a chapter together, and the minute that I landed in Bali, I was like, oh shit, I'm just don't love this person, because of the old constructs of what we believe love is, that codependency, fluffy, puffy feeling. Anyway, and when I was confronted with the frequency of my twin soul, which happened completely energetically, but it was in preparation of meeting him online 3 months after I landed in Bali. When I was confronted with that pure divine love, I was just, all the illusions fell apart, fell away, right? Obviously, my ego tried to fight. My ego tried to, make me stay in that relationship, but it became just too stifling for my soul. Just, I could no longer lie to myself. And while I was trying to figure out solutions, I went to see a shaman in Bali, a very, very badass shaman. And he told me that there will be a choice point in my life. And then that was confirmed by another psychic, like a year after, 6 months after. So those were two confirmations of today's current scenario that we are in. And the choice point, he mentioned that, one person is going to be just much more mature in age, with at least 10 years. And the other person is going to be mostly about a very unconventional path, and someone with higher status. That's just what he told me. And those were ultimately very different choices. And there were, none is better than the other, quote unquote. Okay. It's not that one is superior than the other. And this is something that those of you who ordered or are waiting for my book to come, it's something that I'm sharing in my book Unboxed. Not necessarily these specific details, but about this crossroads, about this choice point, okay? So how can my humble opinion about this whole decision, this whole crossroads, is what your soul is ready for, based on your life circumstances as well. Because you see, as souls, we come with an idea, okay? We come with a predefined path, but then as life happens, humanly, we are going through very just challenging and tough experiences, and the divine is truly giving the divine feminine, because he loves her so much. The divine feminines for me are God's sweethearts, truly. And he's giving you a choice. By the way, if you're not comfortable with he, you can switch for she. I'm not very much into, just randomly use words sometimes, so just please forgive me. This is not intended to be disrespectful or any sorts of disempowering kind of language. All right, you get me. So let's focus on the subject. I'm really trying to get a very just clear picture of where we're at energetically, and to look beyond just 3D physical people and a choice between that. Okay, this is your soul's path that we're talking about. So, okay, despite the fact that yes, we do have predefined paths, stuff happens on Earth, right? And humanly, what we are experiencing is just really rough, right? Imagine soldiers preparing to go on a mission, preparing to go to war, and I mean their plan is just really perfectly laid out, and when they are on the battlefield, it's just really challenging for them, right? And they can when faced with decisions at that moment, they can choose to, keep pushing towards, keep going on their mission, or choose different paths. And for me, the choice point between the twin soul, your twin soul, and a soulmate connection is about your soul's growth, is about how ready you feel right now on a human level, to keep going for that. I'm hearing, actually I'm seeing, so I'm trying to find the word, roller coaster. Because the twin soul connection is not going to be a comfortable relationship. It's just not a 3D karmic scenario, and it's not even a soulmate relationship. It's not meant to be. It's not contracted to be this way, and it's also not possible because you were still going to be, even in union, you're still going to not allow each other not to be your most authentic selves, okay? So it's not going to be comfortable to your human self unless you are just constantly, radically committed to your soul's path, to your soul's evolution, okay? This, for me, this represents the choice. This is where we're at. The divine is truly giving the divine feminine a choice by saying, listen, I know you've gone through so much. I know it has been very taxing on your feminine essence. I know it has been just really rough as, to be in warrior mode all the time and carry this mission. It's right now is about what you want, what you truly, genuinely feel like it's best for you. A soulmate connection. Now, soulmate contracts or souls are with souls that are very similar to our soul frequency. They are just truly loving, truly deeply energetically in seeing. They're beautiful. They're truly beautiful. But they have no, not but, and they have a very the particularity, the difference between the twin soul and the soulmate contracts is that one has an expiration date, whether in this lifetime or in more lifetimes, or in your next lifetime or your other lifetimes. Soulmate contracts have an expiration date. It's just what it is. It is only with your twin soul that you can create an eternal bond, endless. It's your one true love. It's the one soul that throughout lifetimes, throughout incarnations, throughout realms, we're not even talking about Earth here, it's just expanding way beyond. It's the one soul that you can fulfill this that can fulfill this purpose for you, to be your one true ultimate match. 100%, 1000%, unbreakable bond. Okay, that's the difference. So with this episode today, I wanted to lift you from the human perspective of this choice and to show you the higher perspective of where you're at. Now, it may not make this decision easier, because, by the way, it's not, for some of you, it may be a no-brainer. It could be like, yeah, I mean, I know it's my soul, it's my twin soul. Or some of you may be, well, it's, if it's not in this lifetime, then it's maybe in another lifetime. I'm truly struggling with the forgiveness. I feel like it's not contracted for us to be in this lifetime, and I'm gonna choose a different path because it's what your current physical self feels like is more. It's loving for yourself to do. It's really about, the divine wants you to know, dear divine feminine. The divine wants you to know that you're not bound to a contract, and you have to go with it. No. If your human self, and I really want you to know this, if your human self decides that, well, screw mission, well, screw purpose, and I want to lead a different life. This lifetime, I want to be in my divine feminine, in my feminine essence. I don't want to be, just out there, or I don't want to be doing mission work, or it's perfectly, if it's in sync with your soul, if it's authentic as well. It doesn't mean that, you're ending your twin soul connection, or you're ending your twin soul journey, or you're changing your beliefs and mindsets. It's not about that. It's about making the right choice that is for you. And the divine is giving you this opportunity, which is just so, it's showing you that you don't have to, even if it's for the highest good, you are not obliged into anything. Okay, I truly hope, because if it's not something that your human self is gonna enjoy, if it doesn't feel like a choice, if it feels like, oh, okay, like I gotta do more mission work, I'm, if it doesn't feel like the highest, if it doesn't feel like at your highest good right now, then you know what you need to do. And it's about releasing your ego in believing that one is better than the other. It's about releasing your ego in trying to fixate on one being the only choice. It's very important. Okay, yes, you have a soul contract. But again, there are so many ways in which you can fulfill that soul contract. So the divine is not forcing you into anything, and is granting this very beautiful opportunity to choose your path, divine feminine, because that's how powerful you are. You are not here as a marionette played by God, played by the divine, and just, conforming with that despite what is happening. No. Your life circumstances matter. We're not martyrs. We're not here. The mission has to be, if your twin soul's mission, if your connection with your twin soul currently feels like the most fulfilling, and feels like the most deeply loving, and feels like the person is showing up in their emperor, because by the way, it's about choosing your emperor. If they're not showing up in their emperor, then there's also nothing you can do about it, right? So it's choosing your emperor, choosing the person that you're going to build in the new earth, whether that is a home life, whether that is a project, that is up to you. But it's about this synergy, is about this combined energy of what you're here to bring into physical form. It could be a child, okay? For those of you who dream about that family life, and you want to, if this is something that you want to move towards and build with someone, then maybe a soulmate could be a much better option, okay? If you are here mostly for truly mission work, because I repeat, twin soul connection is not one where you can just have, the traditional type of that. Not that there is something wrong with the traditional type of relationships or marriage or connections. Please do understand that it's a very unconventional path that you are embarking on. So this is what the divine has wants me to let you know. This is what I'm a channel for today, is this understanding of the different paths. If your soul right now is leading more towards a romantic type of connection and a life that is much more traditional and much more steady and carries just a lot of joy and abundance and happiness and love in its own version, or if you're moving towards the roller coaster of if you're moving towards the level 2 of the roller coaster ride and the adventure of the twin soul journey, because it's not ending, okay? Even if you're stepping into union, into physical union, well, guess what? You are two free spirit renegade souls who are just not gonna settle for for less than your highest, most authentic journey. Okay, so just understand that being in that dynamic with your core soul frequency it's going to keep being confronting. It's going to keep revealing to you just all the aspects of yourself that are not in alignment. So if you know that the version of you that is now having to make this choice is the one that you prefer, the one that, if you know that your soul has reached a level of growth that is maybe you have I want to say you have stretched your limits enough to know that this life right now is meant for it's meant to be lived a different way than to be on this constant on this accelerated path of growth, because your soul is going to keep growing, right? But the twin soul journey, so long you're going to be on the twin soul high speed train, well, it's a high speed train, okay? So the soul growth is going to be accelerated. Now if you want to enjoy the ride differently, and if you want to take a different train that is still going to lead you, is still going to move you forward, it's still in the new earth, it's still you, okay? But it's just different. You're going to be able to enjoy the ride in a different way than this just constant roller coaster. Then you're at the station right now waiting for one or the other, and it is up to you, my dear divine feminine. Right now it's your path is not set in stone. Okay, right now you are making a choice, and that decision of yours is going to it's just going to determine how you choose to live this lifetime. This is what this is all about. This is the divine's gift for you. This is the divine's gift for you, for all your service work and all your for your commitment and for your just sacred journey. It's choosing how you want it to be, and knowing that you're the ultimate creator of your life, and you don't have to, even if it's, for the highest good, or however you have labeled the twin soul journey in the past, or the only option. I repeat, this is important to understand. This is not your only option, okay? Knowing this you will be able to make a choice that is based on your current life circumstances, and both decisions comes with plus and minuses. This is something that I shared in my book. There are different choices coming with their own advantages and disadvantages. This is truly what it is, and they're equally balanced in terms of both sides of the scale. Oh my God, the full moon in Libra. Okay, it just massively clicked with me right now. This full moon in Libra, because Libra is about balance, right? It's about justice as well, and balancing the scales of this decision. So this is where we're at. All right. I'm interested where you're at in this journey. What are your conclusions? Currently, if you have any questions, do let me know in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care and bye for now.